Hello everybody, this is going to be video 1 of 2 that I'm going to be putting out today. This one is going to be a little more sappy and a little more subtle, a little more serious than the other video. So what I want to really do is I want to touch base on Robin Williams' death, and I want to give my opinion on what I think, of what's been going on with everything. We know that the man suffered from depression and that he did in fact commit suicide. I am not telling you how he did it. It is all over the news, all over all the papers, so therefore you guys can go and read it yourself. I will even leave a couple of links down below and you guys can read how it happened, because I am not putting that out on my channel. I'm not putting out what way he committed suicide, because I think it's disrespectful really on the family. And in my opinion, they should leave the family alone, leave them alone to grieve, and leave them alone to basically, get it in their head of what's happened, and let them just be still and be quiet. And if I had a family member who died the same way that Robin Williams died, I think that it would bring back too much memories. Every news station telling the same thing over and over and over again. Like, my great grandmother died. I never heard the way that she died over and over again. And it's something that they need to do, is they need to keep it quiet and not be telling basically the same story over and over and over again, because it just drives people up the wall. First, it's the family that should be respected, so they should be left alone. Secondly, they should at least not be telling how he committed suicide. I think that's so disrespectful on the man. And what I'm trying to do is just depression is something that not everybody in this world can understand. I go through sort of a depression. It's when I get stressed, I have high anxiety, my heart races. I feel no one loves me, that oh, there's these people in the world that we completely hate, and there's a love-hate relationships and stuff like that. What I mean is depression hurts so much, and we do not know what kind of demons or what kind of things that are in his mind or in anybody's mind that is suffering from depression. Some people go and they suffer through depression and they go their whole life without treating it, and it makes their life a living hell. And to be honest, maybe that's the way Robin Williams was. He did go to rehab, he did, try treatment, he did probably take pills for his depression and whatnot, but sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes you're over the limit of your depression, and that in your mindset it's why am I living in this world? Why do I need to do this? Why do I need to do that? And what their mind is just something overcomes them, and then therefore you get of how Robin Williams died, and how he probably just got sick of it. Some people just get sick of being sad all the time. I think I would get sick of being sad. I would be totally mortified or horrified if something happened like that with anybody in my family. like, people, like, out there think that, oh, depression, oh, you're just sad, you're just, you know, you're not happy, you're just sad, you just take a pill. No, sometimes pills do not always do the job, you know? Like, I can admit to you, I was on antidepressants. I was on them when I was younger. I was even on some kind of sleeping pill every night to get my mind to stop racing. Now, I'm still on the sleeping pills, but I choose not to do the sleeping pills that the doctor gave me because they would make me sick, and antidepressants rather, made me sick as well. So that's the reason why I do not use them anymore. But in, like, the case of Robin Williams, it's like depression overtook his life, and that's what exactly happened. It's like, it's so sad. It's very, very, very terrible, and, like, you gotta remember the good times, you know? Like, Jumanji, like, all of these movies that he acted in, like, I'm a 90s baby, so I watched Jumanji. I watched Peter Pan. I watched Aladdin. I watched Miss Doubtfire. They're actually, we're making Miss Doubtfire number 2, but I guess that will have to be cancelled now due to the fact that he passed away. What else? I watched Patch Adams. There's a bunch of other movies, like, that he has acted in. What else? There's like a bunch. Like, I kind of listed them off the top of my head. I can only list the ones that, you know, I watched when I was younger. And my favorite would have to be either Jumanji and Miss Doubtfire. It's like, oh my gosh, totally, you know, good or whatnot. Now, see, you know, I want to remember, like, the good things, like, you know, about him, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to remember the good things about the dead, not the bad things, not the things that overtake their life, and not the way that they, you know, portrayed themselves as. He always went, and you could never, ever tell that he had depression. He would always leave, like, his depression at the door, and he would go to work, and then probably would come home, and then stick in the house, you know? So, this is just my little reaction video of Robin Williams' death. Do not take it bad, do not take it personal. My heart just, like, it bleeds, it breaks for the family. It's just like, I don't know, it's total sin. And, you know, if you're feeling like you have depression, please go and try and get help. You know, go and talk to someone, talk to your friend, talk to your family. There is always help out there. Some people do not want the help, and some people do want the help. But sometimes the help, it does not help at all, to be honest. So, I'm just like, this is just my little reaction video of Robin Williams' death. Do not take it personally. It's just, you know, my thoughts. It may have been rambling and whatnot, but, how was I gonna say? It's just like a really sad moment for us, the fans, the family, you know, all of his co-workers and co-stars and, like, producers and everything like that. Anybody that knew him. And a lot of people knew him because he was an actor, and he, like, he took the world by surprise. He was, like, the funny man and stuff like that. So, I hope everybody do not take this video wrong. It's just what I think, and with his death and whatever, and, I hope that someday, like, there's more better help for people with depression out there in the world. So I'm going to let this video go now, and I will see you guys in the next video.